welcome to SAT TV News. I am Shana Esprit, your presenter. In our top stories today, first ever motorcycle cruise visits Dominica. Former Cayman Islands premier faces 11 criminal charges. Double helicopter crash in Berlin. And in sports, Wacky Rollers secures first victory in Premier Division competition. Details of these and other stories after the break.
It's only when we unite as one, then a lot more thing can be done. Stop this useless fight down, killing out your own brother man. Time we rise and all realize we have an enemy in disguise, standing right in the mix of you. Got to know who is who. This is Derek Rob Peters and you're watching SAT TV. That's what I have, SAT TV. SAT TV, that's the way to go. Rah! To the world. Ooh diddy, ooh diddy, ooh diddy.
Thank you for staying with us. 21st March 2013 marks 8th anniversary of World Down Syndrome Day, a global awareness day which has been officially observed worldwide. Each year, the voice of people with Down syndrome and those who live and work with them grows louder. With the theme, "Do not look at my disability, give me an opportunity," a few gathered at the People's Park today to commemorate this event. Ms. Les Lasser Amo Shillingford addressed the students at the park, focusing on 2 words in her platform, holistic education for all.
Today is National Down Syndrome Day, and this event has been organized to bring awareness to Down syndrome with the theme, "Don't look at my disability, all I need is an opportunity." I will focus on reminding us how important education is to this theme. We have heard already from Mr. Dalton what Down syndrome is. So now, how do these 2 words, for all, connect to the theme? Through education, each person is given that opportunity. Education for all creates opportunities for all. Disabled persons are not and should not be an exception. After all, look around you. They are not disabled, they are differently abled and challenged in different ways.
The upbringing of children with Down syndrome can help them to have normal lives in society, boost of self-esteem, and achieve equal gain in the corporate world, said Ms. Shillingford. She read an article written by a child with Down syndrome.
I can't change that I have Down syndrome, but one thing that I would like to change is how people think of me. I tell them, judge me as a whole person, not just the person you see. Treat me with respect and accept me for who I am. Most importantly, just be my friend. After all, I would do the same for you.
Mrs. Beverly Nichols spoke of her experience after she bore a child with Down syndrome. The hope for her child having a normal life was not very high, but she said she never gave up on her son. Mrs. Nicholas spoke of the challenges her son was faced with when he attended school. This is what she had to say.
I spoke to his teachers and they started to work with him too in grammar school. And he told me, after he doubled first form, he told me, "Mommy, I'll never double again." He graduated from grammar school. And he passed 8 CXC subjects with 2s and 3s. Many normal children don't do that.
Now, she said her son is attending college in the United States. He is a great athlete and is aspiring to be a road engineer. Nurse Elise encouraged the students at the park to socialize with the children who suffer from Down syndrome.
I want you to find out what their names are and integrate with them. They are teenagers just like you. They have a passion for music and talent and fashion just like you. If you get to know them, you'll find that out. If you have learned nothing else today, at least you would have made a friend.
In more news, Director of Operation Youth Week, Mr. Lennox Abraham, is calling on the public and business community to lend a helping hand as organization is on a quest to raise funds for the renovation of the roof of their building.
This building has been in existence for the last 32 years, and it has come a time when the roof is, the insects and rodents have taken over the roof. So we are now looking for sponsorship to get our roof done. We have gotten an estimate for the roof. We have we have applied for fundings, but we haven't been successful. So one of the things we are hoping to do is to get some funding so we can redo the roof and the ceiling of Operation Youthquake.
He said Operation Youthquake is a very important organization where the young people in their care need constant help, love and support. In these areas, the public assistance is important. One of the concerns voiced by the residents is the heat being emitted from the galvanized roofs due to dilapidated ceilings, which is a health hazard to the children.
They have been complaining about it, how it has been hot and so on. We just ask them to be a little patient with us because, you know, organizations like this, we do not have the necessary funds. When things like this happen, we have to ask, we have to seek for funding, and then it's only when we get the funding we can get these things done.
Who have you reached out to so far in terms of securing the funding?
Well, we have been in touch with the OECS Juvenile Reform Program. You know, they are working along with juveniles. Hopefully we will be able to get some funding there. We also targeting a German company, a German funding agency. So we hope to be successful. But as I said, this is a long process, but the sooner we get it done, it's better.
Mr. Abraham noted they have not approached the government to date for funding, as they fall under the Ministry of Social Services, who are well aware of their plight and are assisting them. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Services, Mrs. Esther Thomas, has been very instrumental in assisting them in their quest of securing funding to repair the roof, said Mr. Abraham. He stated the facility is currently home for 11 residents, comprising of 1 girl and 10 boys, the youngest being 11 while the oldest 17.
Operation Youthquake, this year we will be celebrating our 35th anniversary. So we have seen many young men and women pass through the organization. Apart from 2 years ago, we were the only organization in Dominica who look after the needs of these children. Presently there is Chances, but Chances look after the younger ones from birth to, I guess, 18. We look at young persons who have gone through the system. We have some who have been referred to us by the courts. We have those who have been referred to us by the police. So these young people, they need assistance.
Mr. Abraham says the organization is very important, especially as they have had a number of success stories from persons who lived at the facility he shared.
We had a young man who was away from school for a number of years, and when we got him, we sent him to school. He passed his common entrance, and then he went to grammar school, and he has graduated with many subjects. As a matter of fact, when we have a television or radio or any electronic thing to fix, we get it. He does that for us free of charge. We also have another young man who just went through the program the last 2 years. He went to the Nehemiah Comprehensive School and he did very well there. As a matter of fact, when he graduated, he was the top student there. The Minister of Education was so impressed with him that he gave him a scholarship from his pocket. He's now attending the state college. So we have had success stories, and these might be two big success, but we have other young persons who have gone through the organizations and who are doing well.
He said it is his hope that with such success stories, possible donors will be touched and will do their best to donate to the organization so they can carry out the necessary renovations they need. The director added, God does not help those who do not help themselves, which is why, as part of raising funds, they sell eggs from chickens raised at the facility to a number of establishments. The cost to repair the roof is estimated at $85,000 EC dollars. However, the cost to refurbish the building is estimated at $150,000 EC. In other news, during a final presentation by the Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association on Thursday, March 21st, 2013, Mr. Yuya Sumida, a voluntary coach from Japan, spoke of his accomplishments and hindrances within his 2 years of service. Mr. Sumida highlighted his agenda for the past 2 years. They were to work with the sports division of both secondary and inter-school programs, and with the DAVA national training team and the national team games. He said he has been traveling throughout the island promoting and coaching volleyball. Another aim was to teach teachers and students to get involved by starting training and continuing by attending practices regularly.
I visit secondary school every week, and I coach the students. And then the purpose is to, of course, to improve their skills, student skills, and also improve their teachers' knowledge. Because once I leave, the teacher must coach volleyball in their school. And then, well, actually, the training is not conducted every week regularly. So sometimes they don't play. So I talk to teachers, and then I set up rules first.
In his presentation, Mr. Yuya says what the next step for Dominica in terms of volleyball should be.
Next step for Dominica. Yeah, environment. Not problem, but just, yeah, I want to talk about environment. And we are in the facility. But, yeah, as I said, so St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Antigua is very tight. We can play like that, even we don't have in the facility. But they have in the facility. So I believe if we have in the facility, we can go more easily to go next step.
Mr. Albert Loblack, president of DAVA, boasted volleyball as the only true team sport. He said that the Japan International Cooperation Agency has shown signs of collaboration and team sports by developing the sport through the expertise of Yuya. He stated that volleyball in Dominica requires a lot of support in all ways possible. The main issue for developing the sport in the schools is lack of coaches on the island. Mr. Loblack said he was disappointed in the lack of interest displayed by students from the various schools.
It was kind of disappointing to me that when I speak with Yuya, that we did not get the full support of the sports, not the sports division, but the principals and the schools. Because when Yuya would go to the schools and they tell me that free students would show up for pre-training, that is not nice, that's not acceptable, you know. I mean, he make the time, he set up his program, and he go to a school, not in Roseau, all the way to Portsmouth or in Cape Territory or somewhere in the country, and only free students. Today, 5 tomorrow, and a different set the other day. That is very disappointing.
He appealed to the Ministry of Sports and the teachers to take full advantage of these types of opportunities, especially when it is not available every day. Mr. Yudi John commended Mr. Yuya for his efforts and contribution to the sport.
In 2011, Mr. Yuya made to join us at the sports division. And my first impression of him was one of a man who is very serious and pretty organized. I will tell you, I'm a basketball coach at the department, and his first engagement with us was not in volleyball. I was doing a basketball coaching program, if you remember, during the Easter, and then he was so eager to join me, and I could tell by the way that he did things that he was a serious man.
In more stories, Dominica welcomed on Thursday, March 21st, 2013, a first-time visit from Entertainment Travel Alternatives Inc. motorcycle cruises, who came to the island in celebration of their 12th anniversary motorcycle tour. This involved over 20 bikers who came on board the Celebrity Equinox and enjoyed riding through Dominica's pristine interior along the west coast. They had to launch at Mero Beach prior to returning to the cruise ship berth. At the welcoming ceremony, President of ETA Motorcycle Cruisers, Mr. Steve Wallish, stated he and all the bikers are grateful for being blessed with the opportunity of visiting such a beautiful island. Minister of Tourism, Honorable Ian Douglas, stated this motorcycle tour is perfect for the visitors as they will get a first-hand view of the beautiful scenery that Dominica, the nature isle of the Caribbean, has to offer.
I really hope that all of you all really enjoy, not only you, but all of the riders who have chosen to ride in Dominica. This will be a memorable ride, and we hope that the next time, because of course we just forging a partnership here, so this is the first of many occasions that we will celebrate riders into Dominica. Absolutely. And I'm hoping that on your next occasion that I'll be able to ride with you also.
We hope so too as well.
So we really On behalf of the government of Dominica, I really would like to welcome you in a very special way. It's a very special occasion. Every opportunity we get to welcome first-timers and first-comers to the nature island of the Caribbean, we really take pride, and it's really a pleasurable moment for us to really welcome you to Dominica.
Inspector Anthony Lawrence of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force noted he was thrilled when he found out about the event, especially coming from the celebration of Bikers Day in Dominica carried out on January 26, 2013. Chief Executive Officer of Discover Dominica Authority, Mr. Colin Piper, stated, although it is their first time here, he hopes they will be encouraged to take future trips to the island, especially as tourism is important to Dominica. He also encouraged the bikers to patronize the vendors they will encounter at their various pit stops. ETA representative to Dominica, Mr. Martin Taverner, said when Mr. Wallish informed him of the idea, he was very excited and began planning immediately to ensure it came to life. Following the ceremony, the bikers strapped on their protective gear, then rode off from the Roseau cruise ship berth to begin their tour. In 2002, ETA began selling cruises that afforded bikers the opportunity to explore and experience destinations in the Bahamas and the Caribbean with their motorcycles. Now in its 12th year, the group sells over 20 motorcycle cruises per year. The Discover Dominica Authority sees its first tour in Dominica as an opportunity for increased awareness and promotion, as well as an occasion for others to experience the nature island in a unique manner. In continuing its efforts to giving back to its valued customers, SAT Telecoms, the People's Choice, surprised 2 other customers with complimentary tickets to attend Day 2 of the International Home Series 2013, West Indies vs Zimbabwe. The second customer to receive a ticket from SAT Telecoms was a Point Michel resident, Miss Donna Brown, who received her ticket on Thursday, March 21, 2013. Upon receiving the ticket, Ms. Brown, who was excited, expressed her satisfaction with SAT Telecoms for providing her with this opportunity, which she is grateful for. Another elated customer, Ms. Margaret Etienne from Roseau, also received a ticket on Thursday, 21st March 2013. As part of appreciation to SAT Telecoms customers, SAT representative Ms. Kitisha Laura says this will continue throughout the series to show our appreciation. This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.